Well, it's that time again. Episode 3, Salutations Adventurer, 'tis I, the Lawbringer main, and it's a pleasure to see you again. Now, as I just said, this is episode 3, so welcome aboard. Now, of course, just as usual, I do have to say like and subscribe, because they help me out a ton. If you can, comment on the video, because that also boosts me in the algorithm. And please do share this with your friends, because it always helps out a ton. Now, as per usual, I should give you all the recap on what happened last time, or, correction, how this works. In this series, we dive deeper on reviewing Toxicity, with how and why it occurs within matches, and then we rate it on different severities of the acts. And of course, as usual, I will tell you of this. As usual, this Toxicity can go from simple WoW spamming in a game, to actual DMs and voice calls. Some people can really not take a hit. And just like we usually do, we rate it on a scale of how toxic they actually were, we score how valid they are, and we also score on what type of toxicity it is, whether it's just saltiness, or they're rage baiting you into doing something. There's many different types, there's different validation levels, there's different everything. Every single one is different. And that's why we do this series. And as I do now need to say, these are not to be taken seriously. These are usually one-offs. Most people are not this toxic. I hope. Alright, for this first one, I don't actually have that much footage because I did not actually see much toxicity throughout this entire match. It only happened nearer to the end. So my teammate gets killed by a fire flask, they're a bit annoyed, so they double wow. Oh, and a thanks. I revive them, and I go running to the zone, because, well, my other two teammates are over there. So, I try to help. I will mention I'm a little bit rusty during this clip. I wasn't exactly awake. But I get fire flasked. I know I'm going to die, so I try to do at least a little bit more damage. They had a fire flask and a nail bomb. Which is to why I said wow, not for any salt reasons. But look at these two. After such a fair match, they just decide to emote spam at the very end. And with that paired emote together, I guess I can kind of see why I put these rates. So I wouldn't really call this exactly toxic per se, because at the end of the day I'm pretty sure these two are just trying to bait someone into a reaction. But I'm not too certain. So I put them on 2 validation only because I don't know anything about why they could have been toxic. I mean, my teammate could have been vile to them mid-match. It's just I simply don't remember. But for the safety of me not knowing and giving the benefit of the doubt, I'll just say it was either baiting for reaction, or I simply just don't know. Okay, for this clip I was playing with a fellow content creator, Dun Mahas. If you... I don't remember what his link is, but afterwards I'll see if I can get it for you. He makes pretty good content. So with this match, it was a simple match. We had 2 gladiators, and I believe it was 2 Shaolin. They had a good Shaolin and a good Glad, and they also had a terrible version of both. Now, here's where we get to meet the person. This here is King Tavia, I believe. Now, they get a good hit on me. Now, the reason why he's on here isn't for using a bolo mid-fight, because, well, you can do that. It's more on the fact of what they do after that. Let me ask you a question before we go any further. Do you think if he was willing to use a move like that in a normal fight, do you think that that same gladiator wouldn't mind something similar happening to him? Because if he's willing to throw a bolo on a 1v1, surely he's fine with a not a trident, spear. Oh no! Judging by that wow, I don't think so. Of course, If you don't want it to happen to you, don't do it to them. Or at least just don't show that you're annoyed at it. And the judgment on this is relatively simple. Don't give what you don't want to get back. I don't suppose any of you remember watching the first episode and seeing that there was a shaman on there, right? The one I said that was a little toxic throughout the game, and I forgot to clip it. Because I was too busy with the whole speaking Tiandi person. Turns out I actually had one clip of it, so I'm gonna share it with you now. It was it was originally a 2v3, but now it's again, a 2v3. Now, I do my best to block. I kill the shaman, so yippee for me. I'm not exactly the best shinobi player, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I got absolutely blocked by the wall, which really annoyed me in the moment. And sadly, I got bled out. Yeah, I killed you fair and square. Not even that, I killed him in an anti-gank, and he's still salty that he wins? Yeah, alright. Judgment for this one is just, they're as salty as the outfit they wear. Pure, nice white. Now, this last one may have two names, but I don't really have much against the Orochi player. This one is more so this Ocelotl. Although the Roach was a bit annoying throughout the match, I wouldn't exactly call him the same level of toxicity and salt that this Ocelotl was. What I want you to count here is how many times this Ocelotl dies. So here's death 1, okay? And he's got his special ability. So he's going to respawn somewhere, right? Oh, there he is again. And there he goes again. That's 2 deaths. And then here's going to be death number 3. Give it a second. There you go. There's death number 3. And there's the start of the thanks spam. I am a bit low, so I think of walking just because I've got regenerate on. Out of nowhere, he comes out again after I kill him 3 times. Look at this man. Can't handle it. In the moment, I found this extremely hilarious to watch. Killing him 3 separate times. And he got so salty that he had to teabag. It's amusing how people react to this stuff. But yeah. Judgment, salty from dying 3 times over. Now, unfortunately this is the end of the video. It is a bit shorter than usual, I admit. But I didn't have as much clips this time. Rest assured, next one shall be a bit longer. But of course, we are still looking for a name for this series, and so far I've gotten 2 suggestions, being Salt and Steel and Honorless. Both pretty good names, but let me know what you think in the comments. I shall see you again soon. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.